Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another edition of the Mailbag. This one looks like it's only going to have one subject for it, and that is asking the question of whether or not Warzy is worth it. Now, I got this question from rwing65, and he says, I've been looking for a good computer game to play. Would you say that Warzy is worth giving a go? I've been watching your Let's Play, and it seems very interesting. Well, let me tell you what my updated opinion is, because I did another video about this before saying that I liked it, and here's another one. So, okay, there are some big differences here, and I'm going to go through a little bit of the history here. The game is not DayZ. There are many people out there, if you look stuff up all over the place, they're like, they copied DayZ. Well, I have played both DayZ and Warzy now, and I can tell you that DayZ is a lot more like a simulation, and Warzy is a lot more of an arcade game. They really do represent different markets, even though visually they look very similar. But the gameplay style is most definitely different. And so it, you know, I think that what really does it for me with this game is the fear, the unknown, the excitement of coming up against another player, and you know, whether or not I win or lose against that other player. I mean, sometimes I get a kill, sometimes I am the one killed. We end up with some pretty epic battles. It's just like a war game, except you have this third hostile party, which is the zombies. And that allows for some pretty interesting stuff. And now, there's another aspect to it as well. So, you know, there's going out and there is, you know, doing, you know, adventuring and stuff with other people, and trying to keep away from other people or trying to find other people, depending on how you're doing it. And then there's also the loot. And the loot is really your tools for operating in the game. It's very hard to operate without a melee weapon. And if you have just that one weapon, then you do okay. I really enjoy going out and farming, and if you've watched some of my Let's Play videos, then you probably have seen some of the farming. And, you know, so it's such a different game than DayZ. Now, will I be playing DayZ and will I review DayZ, you know, when the standalone comes out? Yes, absolutely. And do I recommend Warzy? Yes, absolutely. And here's one of the reasons why. You can get an account for as little as 15 bucks. It is not required to buy anything in-game to be able to play. There's only one thing that I myself would really, really want to fund, you know, the gold coins in the game for, and that would be for resurrection. Because when I'm playing with a team, then, you know, in order to keep up with the team, if you die, your character is out for an hour. And unless you are playing in a specific town and you have all your characters there and you can just log into another one, you're going to want to resurrect that other character. It costs 35 gold coins to do that. It's about 25 cents, I believe, and in real-life dollars. And to me, that is well worth it because, you know, well, I don't know, how many times an hour do I die? It's probably I die about twice an hour. Something like that. But when you're playing with a big group, it's a different story than when you're just playing all by yourself, because all by yourself you just go and do whatever. Now, is there frustrating things about the game? Absolutely. The game is, they call it a foundation release. I don't really know what a foundation release is. I've not heard that term with any other game. I'm not familiar with it. They have said that foundation release is not necessarily complete. And, you know, I'm just a little confused about that. But to set your expectations accordingly, it is probably in a stage that I would call beta. And in beta, you know, the game is expected to be stable. you're going to find some bugs, but it's expected to overall be stable. And then the inner workings, you know, the major stuff of the game is pretty well set, but there is a lot of tweaking and other things that go on. And so with that tweaking that goes on, that's what can be frustrating, because they have a tendency to nerf rather than to empower. And if you've ever had an item nerfed, you'd be frustrated by that. And so it's kind of the opposite way of what most games do. Now, would that stop me from playing? No, it does not stop me from playing at all. In fact, you know, I guess if I were to look for a positive side of that, it also is allowing me to, you know, the game is always fresh and new because so many things change. That's both a pain in the ass and an interesting thing at the same time. So, anyway, 15 bucks. It's at playwarz.com, and, you know, then you can play with me. If you want to play with me, you can message me on Skype. My Skype name is Marky Dragon. It's all one word, all lowercase, and ask to be added to the WarZ group. And I will add you to that group, and that's where I send out alerts of when we're playing next. And we allow some new people to join us each week. So that's it. Okay, I hope to see you in game. And even though there's all the hate that surrounds the game is good. I gotta admit it. So I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.